put on my earrings. Oh shit, I put them on the wrong side. Hey guys, Giselle here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for clicking on my video. Make sure you're subscribed. Yeah. So today's video is going to be about a movie that recently came out. It's no big deal, but you know, it's freaking Avengers Endgame. So I did a look inspired. I actually went to the movies last night to see it, and I did this look, and I posted it on Instagram. Everybody loved it, so I was like, okay, let me do it again. It was pretty fun. So obviously I was inspired by, okay, I did purple, you know, and Thanos is purple, but we hate Thanos, but purple is just a really pretty color, so I just wanted to do purple. And then I did different color inner corner for the Infinity Stones and things like that, and my hair is purple. Purple is just a nice color, okay? Forget about Thanos. Purple is just a very pretty color, so we're just gonna go with that. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna talk about the movie a little bit. I saw it last night. I'm still processing all of my thoughts, my emotions. Honestly, I'm all over the place. I plan to go see it again eventually, sometime soon. But I just wanted to film this and talk about the movie and my thoughts and how sad I am, but also happy, and I don't know. It's just a lot going on. I have my Marvel shirt on too. I'm just, you know, I'm just all marveled out right now. So yeah, this whole look was created using the new It's My Ray Ray BH Cosmetics palette, the entire palette, because like I say later, it's literally like all the Infinity Stones. So it's like perfect for this look. So yeah, definitely a really good palette, very colorful, multi-purpose, useful and things like that. And if you want the details on my hair, basically this is a jailhouse braid out, meaning I had cornrows in my hair. I've had them in for like 5 days, and I just took them out. And then the hair color is just a hair gel. I've reviewed it before on my channel, so I will link to it down below. But yeah, this is nothing special. I can do a video on it if you want to see, you know, what it looks like, but it's really nothing special. If you know how to cornrow, that's really all you need to know. So yeah, let's get into the makeup, because this came out pretty good the second time too. Okay, I'm cute. Cute. Okay, all right, y'all. Let's get into it. Before I start, if you hear any click clacky typing noise, that's Lacey. Hi. She's here. So yeah, let's get into it. So I'm gonna prime my eyes really quick first with my Fenty concealer. Okay, so before we get into the makeup and stuff like that, I am gonna talk about the movie, just like my thoughts and my feelings and stuff like that. I'm probably gonna be all over the place because it was a long movie and I can't remember everything that exactly happened, like in the order that it happened. I just know like specific moments for me that stood out, and I'm still processing because I saw it last night, and honestly I need to see it again to like process it, all of it. So I'm just gonna like, I'm gonna be all over the place because right now that's how my emotions are. So let me first get into my base shadow. So I'm gonna take Majesty from the It's My Ray Ray palette, and I'm gonna pack it on with an eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to pack it onto my lid. I'm not going to swipe. I'm just going to tap it on carefully to really get all of the pigmentation. There's not a lot of fallout so far that I've experienced, which is pretty good, but if you tap it on and take your time, then you're not going to get as much fallout, and you're going to get all the color payoff that we're looking for. So yeah, so let me just start off by saying that I think that Endgame was really well done. I don't really have any like critiques as far as the movie, like overall itself. I think it was very like satisfying for the series, for the whole universe overall. I think it was a good ending, like culmination of all of the characters, all of the stories that we've been watching for so long. I think they really did a great job of putting all of these stories together, and just like ending it for us. I think it was satisfying. It was emotional, but I think it was a good ending movie to the whole Marvel, just for the Avengers movies and things like that. I think it ended really well. I don't appreciate them like having Thor not sexy the whole freaking film. But you know, it was funny. The movie definitely had its like comedic parts, which I appreciated, because I always think like Marvel movies, they always have some sort of like comedic side to them, which I really like, of course. I'm gonna take a blending brush. This is actually Ray's blending brush, and I'm gonna take Majesty on it, and I'm just going to blend out the edge here, but then we're gonna go back and intensify it. So this is just basically a one eyeshadow look, really simple. And I'm just blending it out to get a nice soft edge. But I think, you know, as far as comedy, they did a really good job. Action, there was a lot of good, like, well, there were like the small fighting scenes, but then like the big one, like I lost my shit. That's like my favorite part of the movie, was when, you know, they brought everybody back and they were fighting them, but like not everybody was there. And I was like, okay, well, how are they gonna know, like, they need help? Like, how is Black Panther? Like, he's in Wakanda, like, he's chilling. How is everybody gonna know to come back and help? But then they all, like, everybody showed up. And I loved that they included, like, supporting characters from other movies that aren't, like, main characters. Like, for example, Valkyrie. She's from, well, okay, her character is played by Tessa Thompson, but she's a Valkyrie, but she's from Thor Ragnarok, which I think is the third Thor movie. So like, if you haven't seen that movie, then you may not know who she is, but I love that, like, she's in this movie, like, whooping ass and things like that. They have Pepper Potts in her Iron Woman suit, which was like, I love that they had like the main characters, but then like some like supporting characters that are also badass. Like, literally everybody is trying to kill this horrible person, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Like, it was so many emotions. It was very satisfying. The movie was satisfying. I like how they set up, let me blend. I like how they set up the whole, like, you know, okay, in the beginning, within the first 10 minutes, Thanos dies, right? So I'm sitting here like, okay, what? Like, I thought it was gonna take longer than this. And then they break out into 5 years later. So I like how they did that, because it kind of gives you the sense of like, well, damn, like, are they going to be able to do this? Like, damn, they're all like broken apart. The Avengers aren't the Avengers anymore. Everybody's doing their own shit. They gave everybody their kind of individual storylines. They gave Tony a child, which honestly, that's not fair that they did that, because it just made it even more emotional at the end. It just made it even more emotional. That was rude. You know, I mean, they showed some people having good lives, like Tony, but then other people, you know, the Avengers is their life, like Natasha. You know, like, this is what she is. This is what she's always been. This is her family. So she needed them to be together. She needed them to be active, to have a sense of fulfillment, which is really sad now that she's dead, you know? Just, oh God. I think that, okay, so Natasha's dead, right? So I don't think that it's fair that Natasha died without having her own individual movie. I just feel like, you know, she's like an OG, and for her not to have her own movie is like kind of like, that's not right. So I'm gonna take a flat shader brush like this, and I'm gonna take my setting spray and I'm gonna spray it to get some good adhesion. And I'm gonna take Charmed, which is the sparkly purple in the palette. And what I've been doing, I've just been going back over with my eyeshadow brush, my shader brush, and just packing the color on and still blending it out to keep that intensity of the purple there. So now that I have my sparkly purple, I'm going to place that in the middle to add some dimension here. Okay, so once I have Charmed placed in the center, I'm gonna blend the edges out with Majesty, just using the same eyeshadow brush. Okay, so Natasha's dead, right? And then obviously at the end, you know, Tony dies. And that took me out I was crying. I was like, what the actual fuck? I can't say, I definitely understand why they did that. Like, I completely get it. Like, the Avengers started with Tony, you know, Iron Man. That was the first movie. So it just made sense that it started with Iron Man, it ends with Iron Man. But it was just like so emotional because like it's Iron Man, you know, it's like he's been in so many situations where like he's almost dead. So like you really like, you know, you're expecting him to kind of bounce back, but them Infinity Stones got his ass. A love character and stuff like that, and he's a main character, but it just makes sense for it to end with him. But like I said, they gave him a child, so it made it more emotional because now she doesn't have a father. So I just feel like, you know, they didn't have to give him a child if they was gonna kill him. Damn, Jesus Christ. And then everybody at the funeral, oh my God, it's just like everybody's there, like literally everybody. It's just beautiful. Also, don't mind this thing trying to take over my nose piercing. I'm trying to get that shit together. Okay, so moving on to the inner corner. So I'm gonna take this small brush and I'm going to spray it with my setting spray. And I'm going to take Golden Girl from her palette. It's a nice shimmery yellow gold. I'm going to apply this into the inner corner. So I do have some questions and conspiracies of Avengers Endgame. So the scene, well, a little quick scene where they showed Stan, you know, Stan Lee, Stan the Man. I don't think it was really him. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research to see if he was still alive while they were filming or something. Showed a real quick clip of some guy driving and it was Stan. But it was like, you know, mustache, beard, glasses, hat, whatever. I think that it wasn't really Stan. I think that it was a guy who can do his voice really well. And they just put him in a whole bunch of, you know, costume stuff. That's just a conspiracy. I have to, you know, like I said, I have to definitely look into it more because I'm not sure, but I don't know, you know? So like, okay, Gamora, right? We see Gamora. Gamora's back, but it's past Gamora. So it's before she became a Guardian of the Galaxy. So at the end, when the Guardians of the Galaxy kind of get back together, she's not there because they altered the past to where she never became a Guardian of the Galaxy. So like, you know, it's a lot of like things have shifted. Like a lot of things have shifted. Like, so when they returned the stones, did that go like, you know, like is Gamora, so like if they do a Guardians of the Galaxy 3, is she gonna be there or no? Because like, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of confusing. Like, you know, it's like, okay, like now Nebula's there kind of in her place because that's her sister, but she wasn't there in the beginning. But like the past and all this time jump shit, honestly, it was a lot. It was a lot going on. It was kind of confusing, all this stuff. Anyway, so I'm basically done with the eyes for right now. I'll do the lower lash when I do my foundation. So let's jump into the foundation. Okay, so I have foundation on and my face is all set. A trick that I have been doing is spraying my setting spray after I have set my foundation with my powder and then pressing the setting spray into my face with the Beauty Blender just to kind of really lock it all in place and it's not going nowhere and you're set for like the entire day and night. So I'm going to finish up my eyes. I'm going to do my lower lash line, just doing the same thing with Majesty and smoking it out, and then finishing up my inner corner with the two different colors. And I'm making sure to connect my bottom lash line with the upper lash line just so it's all connected. Since I'm not doing eyeliner, I'm gonna make sure it's connected right there. Alrighty, so for highlighter, I'm gonna be using this pink highlighter. It's called Peroxide. This is what it looks like.
It's called Peroxide?
Yeah. And this is from the Urban Decay Afterglow palette. I don't think this is actually available. I got this at Nordstrom Rack, and I actually can't find it like online to link or reference, so I'm sorry. But maybe if you go to your Nordstrom Rack, you can find it. I don't know, I got this a while ago, so I don't know if Urban Decay even still makes this. Okay, so to line my waterline, I'm gonna be using this Kat Von D lash liner. This stuff works. This is basically like putting pure black ink on your waterline. So if you're like me and you like putting eyeliner on your waterline, but you hate that it doesn't stay as intense like as the first 5 minutes that it's on, this definitely, I would recommend this. It does kind of like sting a little bit, like if you get it in your eye. But it's okay, you won't go blind. Hopefully you won't. I haven't, so it's okay. So for lashes, I'm going to be using Your Lash Bar Style in Cosmopolitan. These are like one of my faves. Does past Gamora die when Tony snaps his fingers? Well, I guess it makes sense because Thanos dies, so she needs to die because she's technically still on the bad side.
She did not.
No, she has to die because she dies eventually. Wait, if Thanos isn't there anymore, then she doesn't die for the Soul Stone because Thanos.
At what point in the movie?
We don't know because we don't see her. We don't see her after her and Quill have that interaction.
Was that during the fight?
That was during the fight.
You sure? Like they had time to do that during the fight. I don't understand how people just talk and stuff.
So Lacey was like that. Movies in general, she doesn't understand. Well, I don't think movies in general. Okay, well, you can't say that for every movie you've ever seen. Okay, so for a lot of movies, they don't show like bathroom breaks, eating, you know, just doing like normal things, taking breaks. I did point out that they did show us Natasha eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you know, but that was the one point in the whole movie that somebody was eating something. But I mean, they had a lot of shit going on. I'm sure they ate when they could. Okay, no. When they went to go find Bruce, the Hulk, they was at a diner and they was eating. Okay? That's another scene where there's food involved. And you know the Hulk gotta eat. And when Nebula and Rocket landed at the Avengers headquarters, they was eating tacos. Okay, there we go. There's more food. Okay. So they do eat. It was having lunch. But we don't know if they go to the bathroom. But I'm sure they do. I mean, it just makes sense, obviously. Who doesn't go to the bathroom? Well, do you have to see them go to the bathroom to know that they go to the bathroom? Alrighty, so for lips, I'm just doing gloss because it goes with everything. So I'm just gonna do my Fenty Gloss Bomb. And then I'm gonna put my, what is this? I think this is my Shayla and ColourPop lip gloss in Neat Freak. Just to add some more gold reflex, but it also has like purple reflex, so I thought it was fitting. Alrighty guys, so this is the finished look with my matching earrings on the same side because that's the way I planned it. So yeah, you know, like I said, I'm still processing the movie, so I only had so much to say, but go see it if you are a Marvel person, an Avengers fan. I definitely recommend seeing it. I don't think it would have the same effect if you wait for it to come on Amazon Prime or watch it in your living room or whatever. It's definitely like a theater type movie. I think all the Marvel movies are theater type movies anyway. But yeah, so this is my Avengers Marvel Endgame inspired look. Thanos can suck a dick. And until next time, I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.